Alright. So we have 2 keep outs? Or is it 3 keep outs? Or 2 keep outs, 2 bad ends. Yeah, it looks like Minorikawa is the one that's going to be tying the 2 bad ends together. Right. Left. Minorikawa sprinted down center guy, dodging between incoming pedestrians. Out of my way. Can't you people see I'm in a hurry? He stole a glimpse at his watch as he ran. It was just after 1 o'clock. The Burning Hammer sales demo would be getting underway any moment now. He could probably get an interview even if he showed up late. Still, he wanted to get to the venue ASAP to get a feel for things before they got started. The best time to scope an event was before it started and after it ended. This was something he learned from Toyama. Everything he knew about journalism, the publisher had taught him. It had been a combative education, Minorikawa learning despite himself as the 2 men constantly butted heads. Oh, give me a break. What's wrong with my article? Minorikawa shouted. His voice was loud enough to carry throughout the editing department. Shut up. I told you to rewrite it, so rewrite it. Toyama sticking to his guns. Minorikawa recalled the scene from the days when the 2 men had worked at the same newspaper and Toyama was his boss. At the time, Toyama was the copy editor for local news, known as the Red Pen Gatekeeper. He would go around checking a reporter's copy like mad. Due to his vigorous efforts, a great many articles never made it to the page. What's wrong with it? Show me what's wrong. All of it. How can it be all of it? Co-workers stared, keeping their distance as the pair screamed themselves red in the face. These arguments had become a regular occurrence, regular enough that everyone had learned not to try to intervene. I poured my heart and soul into this piece. Go back and read it again. I could read it over and over and it'd still be the same thing. A load of self-important claptrap. Now go calm down and write me a more neutral piece. Neutral means taking either of 2 opposing sides. Blah blah blah. Take a neutral stance. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Yes. Very, very clear, very obvious. Calm down? You must be joking. I write what I feel in my heart. That's the one thing I refuse to back down on. Then it's one thing that'll keep getting your copy rejected. Aren't you the one who told me to be bold and daring with my writing? Yeah, I did, but I don't remember telling you to write me garbage. Oh, shit. Shit. But now Minorikawa and Toyama were practically at each other's throats. Still, despite these almost daily chatting matches, Minorikawa never resented Toyama. Not really. How could you write a piece in a way that would shut Toyama up? Trying to figure that out was how he had developed his skills as a reporter. Up until he quit his position at the newspaper, started his own publishing company, Toyama had been a I gotta slow down. Had been a stubborn old man in the finest sense of the term. But then, in order to keep his company afloat, at some point he abandoned all his ideals and principles. Okay. Thinking about it made Norikawa's blood boil. It rankled him to know that such a pathetic remnant of a man had been such an influence on him. He reminded himself once again that he needs to wrap up his current job as soon as possible. By now, Minorikawa was getting close to the demo site. He increased the speed. Ah, fuck off. He wound up barreling right into someone who was walking into a knick-knack shop. This is a newly opened general variety store. Blah, blah, blah. We'll take what you don't need. Blah, blah. Oh, it's just a pawn shop. Oh, and it's paused. It was a girl about high school age. She jumped to her feet, then snatched Minorikawa by the collar. Hey, watch where you're going, she snapped. Her upper body strength was impressive, to say the least. The choke hold she had on his neck made it almost impossible for him to breathe. She had to do something fast. Punch her? Or say, I'm sorry? Alright, say sorry. Yeah, let's just say I'm sorry. Sorry. He bowed his head in an apology. He was in too much of a hurry to get caught up in an argument now. But the girl didn't let go. Instead, she tightened her grip. Look, I'm sorry for not looking where I was going. Minoru could barely choke out his apology. Fine, I'll let it slide this once, the girl said. She relaxed her hold of the scowl. Who the fuck? Wait, hold on. She stared good and hard at Minorikawa's face. Hey, you're Mr. Minorikawa. Surprised, Minorikawa gave her another look. Miku? Yeah, wow, so you do remember me. She smiled with delight, apparently forgetting that he'd just been wringing his neck. Wow, how long's it been? About 5 years, I think? Still doing your bonsai stuff? Nah, I gave that up. Miku had been Japan's bonsai champion back when she was in middle school. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, blah, blah. Huh. Okay. One day, local delinquents had vandalized dozens of Miku's bonsai pieces. Minorikawa had met her when he interviewed her about the incident. I want to get strong, she said. Strong enough to beat those guys up. And so Minorikawa had introduced Miku to an acquaintance of his who ran a martial arts dojo. Well, you've sure gotten strong, alright. That's the sort of gal I am. Miku handed him a flyer. It read, Ladies Mixed Martial Arts Pub Bride. A show pub that began as a side venture for a group of female mixed martial arts fighters who are facing financial difficulties. There is an octagonal ring inside the pub, and the rules state that anything goes between the young women who fight inside. Customers are able to take in the fights while enjoying their drinks. What is this Hokuto no Ken shit? Holy shit, that's great. Present this flyer for a free drink. It's a place where you can watch girls fight in the ring while you have some drinks, Miku said. Sounds pretty fun, actually. Minorikawa could feel himself being pulled in all the wrong directions by the prospect. You should come see one of my matches sometime. I'm the reigning champion. Miku beamed with pride. Wait, you're the champion? Yeah, it's a good thing I apologized when I did. In that case, I'll definitely have to swing by sometime soon. Right now, I'm in sort of a hurry, though. Oh, sure. Catch you later, then. She headed into the shop as Minorikawa rushed off toward the sales demo. Okay. At long last, he arrived at an Okane building where the event was being held. The wall by the elevator was plastered with posters about Burning Hammer. Get it or regret it. As seen in magazines. 100% weight loss guaranteed. The only thing it says is this is blatantly false advertising. The messaging was kind of a mess. It felt like they'd been thrown together at the last minute. Which they had. Minorikawa voted the elevator in favor of the stairs, rushing up to the event site on the 3rd floor. Emerging from the stairwell, he saw more posters on the wall, pointing the way to the sales demo. He followed the arrows to a room deeper within the building. Opening the door, he saw about 50 chairs, most of them occupied by female attendees. There was a stage set up at the far end of the room, but nobody was on it. It appeared that the event had yet to begin. Minorikawa quickly looked over at the crowd. Roughly half of the women were somewhat elderly, all of them looked like they could stand to lose some weight, and for some of them at least, that ship had surely sailed some time ago. The crowd gazed at the stage with rapt anticipation. A beverage that allowed you to eat plenty and still lose weight was definitely an appetizing proposition. Could something like that really exist, though? Well, Minorikawa was just going to have to wait and see. He did his best to get his mind to journalism mode. But it never happened. Yeah. So before I do this, I have to actually go to Tama's story and finish it. Blah, blah, blah. So here we'll run into Miku. Oh, this song is copyright claimed. So I'll probably have to remove it when I upload the VOD. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, why is Miku buying all this shit? And there she is. Von Dutch. Even as I'm speaking with the sales clerk, a girl wearing a hoodie comes in. She's got a tiny frame and a doe-eyed face. Hey, I couldn't pick up something I reserved, she says. This must be the customer the clerk was talking about. Please pardon my intrusion, but would you be willing to let me have these diet drinks? I bet extra deep, and my costume head wobbles all around. Wait, what? I'll pay you double what they're worth. No can do. I've never seen this brand before. I'm super curious about it. Surely you don't need this many, though. I do. I make my living with my body. This is about how much I'll need. Oh, wow. What sort of work do you do exactly? I'm a martial artist. I fight at a place called Bride. You might have heard of it. It's one of the more popular hotspots in Shibuya these days. Oh, I know the place. That pub where they have cosplay martial arts competitions, right? Hold on, what are we talking about now? What's Bride? I've seriously never heard of the place. It's a nightlife spot where ladies cosplay as anime characters and they fight for real. I've been wanting to check it out, but they've hit their membership cap. Blah blah blah. Huh. Weird. So then, so you must be pretty strong, huh? Well, I mean, I may not look it, but I'm the current champion. The girl proudly adopts a fighting stance. Would you accept the challenge from me? A challenge? If I win, you have to let me have all of this. The girl breaks into a confident smile. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with here? I intend to find out. Oh wow, I have just got to see this. I'm glad to have us egging him on. Well, if you're that set on it, then sure, I accept your challenge. Sweet. We've established our terms. This burning hammer may yet be mine. The girl cracks her knuckles, clearly eager for a fight. I've got to win this. Somehow or another, I have got to. I mean, I've got to be good at something. Facing off against this fighter is going to show me what I'm made of. Show off your Satsui no Hado. I address my opponent, and by challenge, I naturally mean... I want to see the fight. Let's have ourselves a straight-up fight. The girl grins nice and wide, like she'd been waiting to hear me say that. Okay, you're wrong. The name's Miku, by the way. Challenge accepted. Oh my god. Let's see how this goes. Miku and I march out of the shop. Out on the pavement, we stare each other down. So if you win, I'll let you buy the burning hammer, Miku says, but if I win, I get to keep it and you have to pay for it. What? Isn't that a little unfair? If you don't like it, then it's no fight, no deal. I don't have the time to rethink this. Alright. Ready whenever you are. Miku does a little brisk shadow boxing, throwing a repeated 1-2 combination. Yeah, okay. Oh god. Oh my god, it's an actual street fight. Whoa, what's the deal? Is something going on? It's a street fight. A number of people pass by, including a businessman, a couple. Oh. Oh, I can jump here. I can jump here? Why can I jump here? Oh. Oh, I can jump here. As luck would have it, they soon found a crowd in their path. Backs turned toward them. Excited voices rose up from the throng. Oh, it's the Yakuza guys on the right. Excited voices rose up from the throng. Well, what's the deal? What's something going on? It's a street fight. It's a fight that takes place on the street. Okay. Achi clutched Tomi's hand good and tight. Whatever you do, don't let go. Without a moment's hesitation, he plowed his way through the crowd. Emerging the far side of the gathering, Achi saw the main road ahead. Okay, now that we have that open, I just want to go back and finish this this section. Okay, blah blah blah. Gruff-looking fellows, Asao Uzu and his underling Yutaro Sagawa. Oh, we finally get their names. Members of the Tenryugumi Yakuza Syndicate. Tenryugumi operates a lending firm called Takarada Financing, and these two have been tasked with collecting outstanding debts. Blah, blah, blah. They already collected from one client. Next, they plan on grabbing lunch before ending up to find the next target. Okay. A sales demo has already started by now. I don't have time to goof off around here. I watch as Miku starts up her footwork. A left jab. She's quick. I can see why she's the champion. She follows immediately with a wide right hook. Oh, whoops. I want to read that. I think it'll just tell me what that is. Swing the arm in a wide arc. Strike the opponent from the side. Comment to see if I can continue mounting from a hook to catch the opponent by the arm. Transitioning immediately into a takedown by the pin. Oh. Okay. I jerk aside at the last possible moment and deliver a swat to Miku's shoulder. Whoa! She slips off balance and pitches forward. Oh wow, what was that? The crowd has started clamoring. Miku rights herself and gets back into a fighting stance. What the? How? She doesn't seem to know what just happened. This time I watch as he unleashes the kick with the left leg from a distance. On reflex, I bring up my right hand and adopt the guarding stance. Gotcha, she calls out. It was a feint. There's a visceral whump as the second kick connects, coming at me from a different angle. Whoa, it gives! My big mascot head serves to cushion the blow to the hit point, then I barely feel it. She proceeds to unleash a string of additional kicks with her left leg, trying to defeat my fuzzy armor. Eventually, I catch hold of her foot. Holding her off balance, I begin to walk her backward, making her hop awkwardly on one leg. A casual flip of my paw, and Miku goes rolling through the air. The crowd erupts into cheering and applause at the spectacle. You're tough. Who the heck are you? As you can see, I'm a cat. A wry smile comes to Miku's face. To think a bright competitor would lose in a street fight. Guess it's time to go back to being an ordinary girl. Today's the day I retire. Good match there. Miku clasped my hand firmly. But hey, I'm just glad that my last opponent was you. What the fuck? This is so dumb. This is so stupidly dumb. I hoist up the boxes of the diet drink. So, how much does this come to? I asked the sales clerk. He shakes his head. Don't worry about payment. You've more than earned it with that spectacular display just now. That was really something. Heck, even I am shocked at what just happened. It's amazing what a little desperation will do for you. So that move you used, was that some Aiki Jujutsu then? Blah blah. Oh, it's a counter maneuver, okay. The art predates the development of the more pacifistic Aikido, and so some dangerous techniques still remain. Huh? Oh, I guess? I tilt my head non-committally. Calm now, no need to be so humble. I'm a martial arts fanatic. I know my moves when I see them. So Taisei Yasuda watches 350 fights a year? Holy shit! He is particularly fond of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is thinking about studying it himself. There's a dojo he's been eyeing, but he's rather timid and has thus far only waffled non-committally outside the entrance to the place. So, let's assume that there's 3 or 4 fights per event. I guess if you're talking about like regular events, it's probably more like there's probably events maybe every other week, once a month, every other week. Assuming there's about 4 of them. That's still, you'd have to go to a lot of them. Like, you'd have to be like all over the country to be watching these fights, because there's only so many dojos in Shibuya. You'd think, right? And there's only so many fights that take place within a certain amount of time. So that's a lot of fights. I'm guessing he's watching a lot of them too, like online and on YouTube. He can call it whatever he wants. If he's letting me have the drinks for free, this is going to be a lifesaver. Is that all the shopping you'll be doing with us today? Come to think of it, I do have one request. Sure thing. Could you please not sell that necklace there? Oops. I promise I'll be back to buy it later. Sure, no problem. The sales clerk gives a deep bow. I did it. I managed to solve my burning hammer problem. Also, 40,000 yen is like $40, or just about. So wait. We're being paid 10,000 yen. Or no. No. Is that $400? Let's see, 100 is like $1. Okay, so yeah, 1,000 is 10, 10,000 is 100. So it is like $400. Here, let's use that dolly. Thanks so much. I load the pile of boxes onto the cart and rush back to the Nokane building. Okay. By now, the sales demo will be well underway. I need to get back as soon as I can. Just goodbye, the customers are going to leave, and everything I've gone through will have been for nothing. Come on, Tama, you can do it. Just gotta hurry. I charged for the demo, pushing the dolly ahead of me like a battering ram. Oops, sorry to keep you waiting. You're late. What the heck have you been doing? Mr. Yanagisha practically throws himself at me. The weight must have been killing him. Standing behind him is a man I don't recognize. Oh, I haven't reached that part. I haven't reached that part yet, so I'll just go to Americas. So we'll keep going, and then I can jump to this section from... Okay. Time passed, but it didn't start. The audience began grumbling in frustration. Then a heavy-set young woman took the stage and gave a little bow. It was the girl from the cafe, the one with the amazing appetite. The audience broke into applause, their patience finally rewarded. But as everyone leaned forward expectantly, the girl on stage began performing magic tricks. She twiddled a silk hat and pulled a bunch of flowers from inside it. Sparse applause rose up from the crowd. The young woman immediately went on to perform another trick and then another. Ta-da! A coin in her hand became 3 coins as she spoke her magic words. She's not very good at this, Minorikawa thought. Though whether she was good or bad wasn't really the issue. He had a tight schedule to keep. This was no time to stand around watching silly sleight of hand antics. Scanning the room, he spotted a man who looked like he was probably in charge. Minorikawa headed over to him. Hey, you. Hey, you the one running this thing? Well, yes. When's the actual sales demo going to start? Soon, very soon. Yep. How many minutes? You know, soon. I asked for a number. Just, soon. Real soon. This is getting him nowhere. 3 minutes, Minorikawa declared. He held up 3 fingers to emphasize his point. If this thing doesn't start in 3 minutes, if it doesn't start, then what? I'm gonna start a ruckus. He kept his voice firm, his words short and clipped. Hey now, no need for that, sir. Just settle down. Who doesn't like a little silly magic show now and then? You've got 2 minutes. Hey, a minute can't have passed already. 1 minute. Whoa! Just what kind of watch you got there? Tell me why the demo isn't starting. Well, you know, no real reason, really. The man was getting seriously flustered. I just, you know, I wanted folks to get to see a little magic show first. Nope, try again. 30 seconds left. Okay, alright. What happened is, the required merchandise... Well, you know, it's just, time's up! What? The man's face went pale. Alright. There's our keep out. And now we jump over to... Tama. Yep. Sorry to keep you waiting, blah, blah, blah. You're late. Okay. Jump. Ah, oops, sorry to keep you waiting, a girlish voice exclaimed. A moment later, a furry figure came charging into the demo room. The crowd fell silent at the sight of a young woman in a cat costume. The cat girl panted visibly. Her arms were loaded with cardboard boxes. You're late. The event organizer snapped. What the heck have you been doing? Grabbing the newcomer by one paw, he vanished with her into the back room. The chubby-cheeked girl wrapped up her magic chain and hurried after them. The audience stared at the now empty stage in confusion. This song slaps. Okay, I gotta stop. Several minutes passed before the organizer reappeared. Ladies, terribly sorry to have kept you waiting, he called out, but now I'm proud to introduce you to the worldwide sensation that is Burning Hammer. At a signal, the young woman and the cat appeared on stage. Allow us to explain just how this revolutionary new diet drink works its magic. The young woman explained it cheerily. The cat nodded and threw out her arms. For the first time in human history, you can drink a single bottle and lose a whole kilogram. Just drink and burn that excess weight away. And with that, the sales demo was underway, a good 25 minutes behind schedule. 5 minutes into the presentation, things began to go awry. An angry clamor filled the room. What the heck are you trying to pull? I can't believe you'd actually try to sell something like this. The outrage had been triggered by something a young woman on stage had said. She inadvertently let slip that Burning Hammer was the sort of thing you'd buy at a 100 yen shop. The would-be customers were furious when they were about to be played for suckers. Oh my god. Things had gotten pretty interesting, really. Minorikawa pulled out his digital camera and started firing off snapshots at the angry crowd. Oh my god. That is so dumb. Unfortunately, their frenzy was so intense that he was soon caught up with the flow and pushed out of the room. Fine, I guess we'll just need to do some interviews instead of getting pictures. Excuse me, handsome woman, would you mind if I asked you some... Shut your mouth! Would you mind telling me a little bit about... Don't you talk to me! Could I get a word on... Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. The women were so enraged that Minorikawa couldn't get any of them to give him the time of day. This is so dumb. I love it. I love how stupid this is. Before long, the entire crowd had surged out of the room and departed. Well, guess I've got enough to do right up at least. It would be nice to get a quote from somebody. He decided to try for an interview with the man who'd organized this fiasco. How did the guy feel, for instance, about his product scam falling through? Heading back into the event room, Minoru passed by the cat mascot. The cat gave him a tiny nod and walked off without a word. He couldn't see the face of the girl inside the costume, but she seemed genuinely dejected that Burning Hammer had been a bust. Hey, I'm Minoru Minorikawa, freelance reporter. I was wondering if I could have 5 minutes of your time. The organizer sat alone in the midst of his ruined displays. Oh, it's you. The man's voice had lost all of its earlier punch. Here, my credentials. Minorikawa handed him a business card. The man introduced himself as Yanagishita. And Minorikawa got right down to business. So your sales demo's over, Mr. Yanagishita. How do you feel right now? How do I feel? Well, tomorrow is another day, I guess. Minorikawa was impressed by the guy's candor. I'm a little surprised to hear that, he said. I figured you'd be more disappointed. Oh, I'm plenty disappointed. I took a big gamble here to repay my debts, and I lost. He didn't seem to be trying to hide anything. Debts? There was a girl I was in love with, he said. I wound up spending everything on her. He stared wistfully into the distance. Interesting. You wouldn't be the first man to go to such lengths for a woman. Yeah, I suppose not. A rueful smile crossed his lips. This guy didn't strike Minorikawa as some dyed-in-the-wool scam artist, but I decided that it was time to stop feeling sorry for myself. He went on, there are plenty of the people of the world who have it way worse off, you know? You got that right. He nodded in agreement. So I just figure, well, as long as I'm still alive, maybe another opportunity will come my way. A more earnest smile broke through Nagishita's forlorn expression. Minorikawa wished Sayama could have been there to hear this fellow. I have a friend who's in an incredible amount of debt myself. Oh, I have a friend who's in an incredible amount of debt myself, Minorikawa said. He runs a publishing company, but there was a big mix-up with the scratch cards in his magazine, and, scratch cards? It's not important, he said hurriedly. Letting more people know about the whole scratch card fiasco certainly wouldn't do Sayama any favors. Anyhow, debt is a terrible thing, he nodded sagely. Oh, by the way, this is unrelated, but, are you familiar with a group called SOS? Apparently there's some legendary street gang here in Shibuya. SOS? He shook his head. No, never heard of them. Guess I'm not gonna get any leads on that case here. Minorikawa wondered if there was anything else worth asking this guy. Let's take a Shibuya Nest survey. Taking a little bit of the burden off Chiaki seemed like a good idea. I have another question. How do you feel about your life right now? Huh? How do you feel about your life? Your products aren't selling, you can't repay your debts, and yet you still refuse to give up, believing opportunity will come your way. How do you feel about all that? He paused and thought. I'd say I'm a pretty lucky guy. He was taken somewhat aback by that response. I haven't been able to sell any Burning Hammer, and sure I can't pay off my debts, but even so, the 2 cute young girls I've got working for me have stuck with me through thick and thin. Sometimes maybe you just need to be content with something like that, you know? That was refreshingly forthright. Minorikawa was surprised. And I mean, so what if I've got debts? In the long run, none of that matters. Not really. There was a knock at the door. Oh, excuse me a moment. I wonder who that could be. Debt collectors. Damn, wasn't quite quick enough. Mr. Minorikawa? Yes? You'll have to pardon me. I've had a little something crop up here, so if you don't mind... Oh, sure, not a problem. I've got other interviews I need to get to anyway, so I'll just, Well... Stepping out into the hallway, Minorikawa could faintly hear voices from the adjoining demo room. Sounded like Yanagishita and 2 other men. Couldn't quite make out any words, but he could tell they were arguing about something. Probably about some consumer complaint about one of his products, or an issue with a client company. That's not along those lines. Man, people who run the company sure have it rough. You hang in there, Mr. Yanagishita. Dang. Oh, perfect timing. Mr. Minorikawa stopped short as a familiar voice called out to him. It was a man he'd spoken to earlier about afternoon about the surveillance cameras. Hey, come here a sec. The man waved him over. What is it? I'm real busy right now. I've got a scoop for you. Saw it with my own eyes. He raised an eyebrow. Give me the details. Okay, so a little while ago, I saw some foreign guy in handcuffs arguing with someone who looked like a detective. A foreigner in handcuffs? Had there been some kind of international sting or something? Whatever the case, it wasn't such a rare thing to see. Where was this? Just over there, behind the police station. Minorukawa furrowed his brow. A suspect arguing with a cop outside a police station wasn't all that weird. Still, he had a feeling he was missing something here. Well, the big thing is what happened afterward. Afterward? The man leaned in conspiratorially. The detective undid the guy's handcuffs and let him run off. Whoa, what? I'm telling you, man, it had to have been, like a bribe or something. A bribe? That seemed unlikely. I swear that's what it had to be. There was some wheel greasing going on. You're not making this all up, are you? He regarded the man coldly, but the guy still seemed quite legitimately worked up. It's all true. Please, you have to report this to police right away. Why do I have to? If you have a tip for the police, go give it yourself. He didn't quite manage to stop himself from saying that out loud. No, I can't. I'm no good when it comes to police. Besides, they're never going to believe someone like me. Okay, so maybe he had a point there. But you're some word-class reporter, right? The cops will totally take your word over that of a random nobody. Minorukawa didn't have time to debate that point. It was easier to just make the call. Let's call the police. Oh, thank you so much. I hadn't been able to get any business done with those scary thugs around. What thugs? What line of business are you in anyway? I gotta get going. God, there's a bunch of sketchy dudes here. He was left to wonder what this guy's line of work actually was, but he had more important things to worry about at the moment. He hurried off in the other direction. Before long, he arrived back at Cafe Lotric. The clock on the wall showed that it was close to 2 o'clock. He had to somehow fill 6 more pages before the loan company came to Heaven Publishing to collect. He booted up his laptop. What's with this coffee shop? Said a low, stern voice. You've got no good magazines here. He looked up. An older man was complaining to one of the waitresses. It was the same guy who'd been yelling at his daughter earlier. Evidently, he had been here at the cafe this whole time. Haven't you got any magazines for me to read? The man's face was a mask of irritation. And Carl glanced at blah, geared toward a young reader. Perhaps this would be to your liking, sir? She held out an issue of 4-star general gossip. Don't be ridiculous. This is vulgar, low-grade filth. I wouldn't even use the paper it's printed on for compost. Yeah. Alright. The man continued grumbling as he went back to his seat. Minorukawa headed over to the magazine rack himself and picked up the gossip. He opened the front cover and found the scratch card still inserted within. These things were still out here. It was bad news. He might end up even further in debt. Bah! He yanked the scratch card out and tore it to bits. Sir, what are you doing? The magazine itself is still perfectly readable. There's no problem here. He strode back to his seat and gazed at his laptop screen. It still hadn't finished booting up. In the meantime, he decided to give Chiaki a call. She picked up right away. Hello, Minorukawa asked. Hi there, good to hear from you, Chiaki replied. How's progress? I did it! Her voice overcome with emotion. I managed to get people to hear me out. Of course you did. You got your points from me. Yes, I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Mino. Her mood had done a complete 180. Minorukawa allowed himself a little sigh of relief. Okay then, head back to the editing department and put together an article for me. You got it, sir, Chiaki tripped in reply. I'll email you as soon as I'm done with the things on my end, Minorukawa told her. Just use the DTP to slot your piece into the right spot in the layout. Oh. It's like Microsoft Publisher. Yeah. Sure thing, Minorukawa hung up, then rolled up his sleeves. He sure was towing a pretty narrow line today. The Burning Hammer event had kept him a little longer than anticipated, and now he needed to clean up his copy as soon as possible in order to stick to his schedule. God, he needs to chip his nails. Like, it's long. When he turned back toward his laptop, however, he froze with shock. What? His laptop monitor was still a black, empty screen. There's no way it would take this long to finish booting up. Oh, it couldn't be. No, don't let it be true. How does computer decided to pick now of all times to give up the ghost? Minorukawa felt the blood drain from his face. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, well, that's the end of his story. We can finish up Tama's story, probably. And then I think we can finish Achi's story, too. Blah. Wait, must have been killing him. Blah. Who is that guy? Doesn't look like a regular customer. Okay, Tama, just come with me for a minute. I follow Yanagishita into the break room. Sorry I'm late. There was a whole bunch of stuff that happened. But look, I got the product back. I proudly open up one of the cardboard boxes. Ah, it's Burning Hammer. It really is. He clutches the box close, nuzzling it with his cheek. How's the demo going? I got Chiri keeping them occupied with some magic tricks. I sneak a peek through the door and see Chiri guzzling orange juice from a gigantic container, draining it one go. Is that really a magic trick? By this time, it's magic enough. Before long, the last of the juice is gone. Over in the corner of the stage, I see 6 more huge containers, all likewise empty. Holy, that's disgusting. It's shocking to think that she may have drunk all 7 of those things dry. The audience erupts into sincere applause, like they've forgotten what they originally came here for. Chiri comes back to the break room, positively drenched in sweat. I think I should have stuck to doing imitations for a while longer. That was fantastic, Chiri. Just fantastic. Thanks to you, we've had enough time to get the Burning Hammer back. Bows profusely. Alright, now it's time for the main event. Chiri, go out there and guzzle down some Burning Hammer. Get yourself all drenched in sweat. Ugh. Blech. Got it. Good, now then. Of course, begging your pardon, miss. It's a service rep from the rental shop who proceeds to try to get me out of my mascot suit. Okay. My face has been getting numb, and I keep like tripping over my words. So I'm just trying to like loosen up my muscles, and yeah. Okay. Masamichi Fukuma, employee of Far East Costume Rentals, the only son of company president Shigemichi Fukuma. He is one of the few people who know what Shigemichi looked like, as his father is usually clad in a rabbit costume. He's a furry! His dad's a furry! Masamichi has harbored a strong dislike for both his father and mascot costumes ever since the old man showed up at school on Parents' Day, 1 year dressed in his inevitable rabbit suit. Nonetheless, the son has acquiesced to his father's wishes, and someday he'll inherit the family business. Okay, this guy's trying to help us out. Oh, that's odd. The rental guy tilts his head. What's the matter? Yeah, this is a no-go. The rental guy pokes his finger at the back of my suit. This zipper? It's all jammed up. It's gonna take a long time to get this thing off. What the hell? The rental guy tries tugging out the costume from various angles, hoping to free up the zipper, but like he said, it's no use. Was that you? Did you hear a cat meowing? Was it you? No, not me. Must be hearing things. Just my luck. Finally I find a cute model, and the crowd's never going to see her. Hey, boss? The customer's gonna leave if you leave them waiting up for much longer. What do we do? Want me to go out there and do some more impressions? A sea lion yawning. A harbor seal hailing a cab. Water reading sutras. A fur seal who can't reach the itchy spot his back. Why are they all seals and like lions? No, we don't have any choice. Tama, you're just gonna have to go out there dressed like that. Are you sure? If those people go home, we're done for. Just get out there and get started. I'm counting on you two. Ladies, terribly sorry to have kept you waiting. Chiri and I spring into action on stage. But now, I'm proud to introduce to you the worldwide sensation that is Burning Hammer, the latest product from the West that has taken the diet world by storm. Every seat in the house is packed. That means there's about 40 people here. We only need to sell 5 bottles to each customer in order to sell out. I'm hit with a sudden jolt of motivation. Allow us to explain just how revolutionary this new diet drink works. It's magic. She begins. The plan is for me to describe how the drink works, then Chiri will demonstrate it with a taste test. All eyes are fixed on us. I begin. For the first time in human history, you can drink a single bottle and lose a whole kilogram. Just drink and burn that excess weight away. Astonished gasps right up from the crowd. It's like this marvelous red liquid. Even looking at it makes you feel like you'll be shedding weight, right? Here's how Burning Hammer works. It activates the capsaicin and chili peppers. Oh, God. I pause to take a deep breath before continuing, and rapidly breaks down the triglycerides responsible for causing obesity. Again, the crowd hums with excitement. Okay. Though the term is frequently used in recent years to simply refer to the state of being overweight, obesity in a clinical sense is a medical condition involving interrelated health issues including excess body fat, hyperlipidemia, and hyperglycemia. Individuals suffering from obesity are at high risk of complications such as coronary heart disease, diabetes, and sleep apnea. This response is better than I could have hoped. We're off to a terrific start. And now, this young lady here will demonstrate burning hammer's effects before your very eyes. Cherry steps into the spotlight. Just wait till you see how much she sweats. Proof that the fat is being burned right there on the spot. She holds a bottle of burning hammer up high. Cheers! As she opens the bottle, however, one of the women in the front row speaks up. Hold on. She's already sweating pretty hard. She's right. She is drenched in sweat from head to toe. Another woman chimes in, suspicious. Oh, that juice drinking from earlier. That was all just to make her sweat like that, weren't it? All of a sudden, the crowd is in an uproar. No, not at all. Drinking burning hammer makes you sweat way more than this. Brush a towel off Cherry's sweat for her. Go out and drink it down. Let's go. Cherry's face screws up unpleasantly as she gulps down the bottle. And the sweat doesn't come. Gow, why isn't it working? I exclaim. The audience momentarily forgotten. Guess I sweated too much. Well, why were you sweating so? Look, you were taking forever at that 100 yen shop. Oh my god. Did she say 100 yen shop? Scowling customers began to close in. No, that's not it. You got it all wrong. Please, just listen. All we can see what's going on here. Out of our control. Be clumsy. Hunka lamb chop. It's a clumsy attempt to force it off. That's my only option. She said hunka lamb chop. That does not work with the translation. I guess 100 yen chop sounds kind of like hunka lamb chop. It's just so incredibly filling. Having just one tiny bottle will feel like you've eaten a big, meaty meal. Yeah, that's what she meant. Sure. Do they really sell this at 100 yen shops? Rats, we didn't seem to manage to distract them. Huh? 100 yen shop? What's that? Answer me, do they really sell these at 100 yen shops? Look, I cry. It's a chupacabra. What? Oh my god. What the heck are you doing? Abort! Abort! If you let these people know the truth about the stuff, they'll never buy it. Uh-oh. Now you've done it. Ah, god. Now there really is no saving this. Customers descend upon Mystery Nagishita, their wrath of terror to behold. So then it is true. What the hell are you trying to pull? I can't believe you tried to sell this crap for these prices. When open-handed slaps. I can't read. I get all jostled and tumbled about, and my mascot costume takes a bad beating. Finally, the storm passes. It's over. It's all over. He wails to the empty room. So, boss, how about getting paid? Even Cheery seems hesitant to ask. That's not gonna happen, obviously. Doesn't so much look up. I'll take payment in kind then. Mind if I take this burning hammer home with me? Yeah, go right ahead. Alright, I'll be off then. Later, Tama. She picks the cardboard boxes and heads out. Sir? The match from the rental place. I believe you still owe me for the costume rentals. Oh, right. How much was it again? Well, given the severe damage, I'm afraid I have to add the full cost of the catsuit to your bill. Your total comes to 200,000 yen. What? 200 yen? No, sir. 200,000. Sorry, I can't hear it at all. I think I might have ruptured my eardrum. 200,000 yen, sir! Okay. That's only 20,000, sir. The rental guy furrows his brow. I'm afraid this won't cover it. I understand that, but I don't got no more than this. I like how the only damage is the whiskers are all like, oh, pointed the wrong way. Don't got no more, sir. Please, you're not a child. Give me a discount. Make it 20,000. Instead of 200 you owe? You know I can't do that, sir. But he refuses to back down. Ah, that's right. Insurance. I got insurance in the event the suit wound up damaged. No, you didn't. No, I did. You did not, sir. No, I did. And where's your paperwork to prove it? Claps a hand to his chest. Right here. The paperwork is here inside my heart. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to leave this to my boss. Turning his back in the room for the sales demo, he slumps his way out of the room. Now it's just me and Mr. Yanagishita. Please try not to get you down so much, sir. I say as cheerfully as I can muster. He's already on the floor, a sobbing mess. You wouldn't know what it's like to feel so utterly hopeless. I think I might have an idea, sir. In fact, I'm sure of it. At this point, there's nothing more I can possibly do. He slumps forward, trembling like a willow tree. Things will turn around soon enough, I'm sure. You don't know me like I know me, he says. There's not going to be any turnaround. Not after this. Alright, it's starting to piss me off. You know, if you think you're the only person who's had a run of bad luck, you are dead wrong. I wind up shouting the words louder than I intended. He whips his head back up. Yikes, where'd that come from? I need to tell you something. I have amnesia. His eyes go wide. What? I can't remember anything from before this morning. Blah blah. Psychogenic amnesia is caused by stress or psychological trauma. Endogenous amnesia is basically caused by concussion. Blah blah. And in the latter case, they pretty much come back once the nerves recover. Okay. My name, how old I am, where I live, any of it. I would much rather be in your shoes, sir. He looks at me with a hint of disbelief. So where'd you get the name Tama then? I thought of it when I saw the Tamagayaki in those lunch boxes. Aha, Tamagayaki. Tama, I get it. He claps himself on the thighs as if he's at some big eureka moment. But wait, how come you lost your memories? Well, I don't know for certain. Obviously, I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I took a hard blow to the head. When I came to, I was inside of a storehouse with a massive headache. A storehouse? A surge of vertigo washes through me as I recall waking up in that strange, dim place. Am I actually a fucking cat? Yeah, I had just gotten out of there when you flagged me down, sir. Huh, really? So was it pretty unnerving then? Not knowing who you are? He sounds like he's taking me seriously now. Am I really a fucking cat? There's no way I'm actually a fucking cat. Yeah, it sure is, but it's not gonna do me any good just to fret over it. And besides, I've got a clue. What sort of clue? There's a necklace I saw at a knick-knack shop, the same place I found the burning hammer. Somehow I know that it's important to me. And so you took the job so you could afford to buy it. Yes. Yes, I did. Of course, now that the job has ended in a total bust, I've lost my shot at getting it. Okay then. This here really is the last of my money. He pulled out 20,000 yen, adds to 20,000 from his wallet, and thrusts it all toward me. Here you go. That includes the reimbursement for the burning hammer you picked up. I pluck up 2 of the 10,000 yen bills between my fingertips. I actually didn't have to pay for it, so 20,000 we agreed upon is fine. But how about you, sir? Are you going to be okay? Like, after all this? Compared to your misfortunes, mine are nothing. They might send me up the creek without a paddle, but I'll bounce back somehow. I'm sure of it. And then one more time, I'm gonna go see a bride fight. Fuck! My jaw nearly drops. Bride, like the martial arts pub? Wait, you know about Bride? Man, I spent so much money at that place. Wow, it is a small world. Especially that Miku. I wonder how much she has made me spend. Miku, huh? I'm pretty sure I just I'm pretty sure I just accidentally forced her into retirement, but I said keep quiet on that front. He nods. To be honest, the reason I borrowed all that money was to pay my tabs at that place. And I had to borrow from some pretty shady sources too. I can't help but suspect that this poor guy got a real raw deal. Why did you take that mascot costume with you? Huh? I mean, I don't really need it. No, I insist. Take it with my blessing. Sure, I'll be on my way then, I guess. Okay. Alright. Out in the hallway, I passed by the man I'd noticed earlier, the one I didn't recognize. Wait, I can jump here? Why can't I jump? I shouldn't be able to jump, right? Yeah, because there's nothing there. Okay. The sales demo's over. I wonder why he's still here. I give him a faint nod that he nods back before slipping into the demo room. I should keep my fingers crossed for the guy. At last, I'm back outside the building. I feel bad about not returning the cat suit to the man from the rental place. Still, I can't just walk around town wearing this thing. I'll stick out like a sore thumb. I figure it's best to just leave it behind. Then it dawned on me. Hold on, I still can't get this thing off! Alright, let's just go as is. Guess this cat's staying in the bag. A popular folk etymology asserts that the expression "let the cat out of the bag" comes from the unscrupulous practices of certain farmers who would sell a pig at market only to deceive the buyer by surreptitiously swapping out the purchased porker for a cat. The likelihood of anyone taking a cat, even one inside a bag, for a pig is, however, extremely low, let alone the likelihood that enough people would fall for such a scheme to warrant a phrase referring to it entering the language. Lot of words. Lot of fucking words. That's a key